Hey, what's going on, Facebook? Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing awesome. Listen, this is Coach Mark here, creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough for busy moms and dads over 40. And what I do basically is help busy parents who are trying to lose weight, and I help them do that without impossible diets or long workouts. Now, if you want more information about that, just go ahead and shoot me a message or click the link below, and I'd be happy to help you with that. But that's not what I wanted to come on here for. I wanted to share with you something that's a bit of a breakthrough for a lot of people. Is thinking that you can't have that donut and still lose weight. And I'm here to tell you that you can have that donut and lose weight. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. If you can hang for a couple of minutes, I want to share with you a story. Because it's like real life of being a dad. Legit. I got a couple teenagers. I got one that's driving, one that was over a friend's house. I had it all set up to wake up, have my coffee, and then go do my workout, and then go on with my weekend. My wife was running some errands, and this is just like normal Saturday stuff. We don't right now have where they're running to games or anything like that for sports, so kind of we're out a little bit out of that season. But I wanted to share with you. So I was all ready to go, and then I got a text from my daughter, and she was over friends, and my wife had already been out, and she needed a ride, and it kind of like disrupted my schedule. But you know what? I'm the parent. This is, part of a duty of being a parent, and you have teenagers, and maybe they're not driving yet. So I went to pick up my daughter, and I was like, oh, maybe we'll go out to breakfast. It'd be nice to have a little father-daughter time. So I was like, hey, you want to go out to breakfast? Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Yeah, she said, yeah. So I went and picked her up, and then I was like, hey, where do you want to go? We kind of went through that for a minute or two, and then she's like, well, I'm not really that hungry. She's like, I could go for an iced coffee. I was like, okay, that's cool, no problem. I had some coffee already, but I'll stop. And then she mentioned like a donut, and I was like, okay, well, we'll go. And we went, and I'm just going to be realistic. Now I'm the coach, mind you, I'm the coach. And here's my donut. It is delicious. Look at this donut. It's delicious. I'm going to share with you. Hey, Sherry. It's delicious. In fact, when I was a kid, I'm not going to waste any of it. When I was a kid, my dad and I used to go to, it was actually called the Donut Shop. And we would go on a weekend when I was off from school, and I'd maybe drive around with him to work or what have you. And we'd go to the Donut Shop. And I kid you not, I would go there and I would have a hot chocolate. And I would not have just one of these these chocolate frosted. I would have 2 chocolate frosted donuts. And I ate both chocolate frosted donuts, and I had a hot chocolate to wash it all down, and it was amazing. It was literally amazing. So I want to share this with you because I think it's something that we start to identify with food and thinking food is bad. Oh, this food is good. This food is not good. This food is bad for you. And I'm going to say donut. You can still enjoy that donut. In fact, I'm thoroughly enjoying. I'm going to take another bite if you're on here. Sorry, I'll just hold my hand. I'm going to enjoy the donut. But I can just tell you, I mentioned you can lose weight and enjoy that donut. The key word in there is that. And here's the deal. What's up, Sherry and Gary? And Frank, what's going on, my man? Hey, long time. So I say that because it's not like I'm eating donuts on a regular basis. In fact, it's probably not going to be advisable if you're trying to lose weight to frequent a Dunkin' Donuts and get yourself a donut all the time. But 2 things. This is kind of like side note for parenting 101 is don't pull your kids into your weight loss struggles, your battles with dieting and trying to lose weight and all that. Encourage them to eat healthy, but don't not let them have a donut or chocolate frosted or what they want, or maybe some chips or that sort of stuff, because you're going to set that mindset at a young age that candy is bad and this is good and this is bad. And when you start to identify with that, automatically when you go to have, say, a donut, you're like, well, that's bad, and because I ate the donut, I'm bad. And you start to take on that identity, and that's the problem. But back to why you can still have that donut. It's not the donut why people put on weight. It isn't. It's the donuts. It's instead of going to have one donut, you buy a dozen and bring them home, and then you through the day, and you're on the couch sitting and eating, a donut, and then you bought a dozen of them because that's just how they sell them. Well, we had one donut. She got one donut, I got one donut. Now, could I have gone and bought a dozen? Absolutely. And I told her when we left, I said, you know what? I didn't buy a dozen donuts because you know who's going to eat those if I buy them, and it would be me. And then that would make it harder. Not that it's good or bad, but it's going to add too much into what my body needs for the day, and too much of the things that aren't going to make my body feel good. They're not going to make my workouts better. They're going to increase my cravings for sweets. Does that make sense? So the deal is, it's not about, hey, Kimberly and Kimberly, two Kimberlys. It's not about that donut. You can go and enjoy that donut. And a lot of times people just get so caught up into thinking this food's bad and that food's bad. It isn't. It's when you start to add them in and you start getting more of the donuts in versus the things that our body really needs in order for it to thrive and to get good workouts and to have good energy levels. And now I will probably feel this. I might have a little sugar rush. In fact, I'm going to take another bite. So Mark and Charlotte, maybe you didn't see the first bite. Here's my chocolate frosted donut. I'm going to enjoy it. I keep getting it on my fingers. I'm going to wash it down with a little coffee. It's not about that donut, what gets people in trouble. It's not about that glass of wine. It's not about that piece of candy. It's not about that piece of fried chicken. Or it's about those. When you start adding too much of it, if your body is not, again, yes, it is. There's a bit of this misunderstanding that it's calories in and calories out. Well, okay, if I can fit a freaking donut into my macros, it's all good. I can eat 10 donuts, and if it fits in my macros, it's good. This is not the same quality of calories. And I think I looked, there was like, on the calories, this was actually a lighter side on calories. It was like 270 maybe. This isn't the same as a grilled chicken breast that's 270 calories, or, a part of a chicken breast. There's a difference in quality of calories. So again, keep that in mind. And I'm not going to go on here, but I just want to share with you that if you want to go with your kid to a Dunkin' Donuts and enjoy yourself a chocolate frosted donut, do it. Just don't make it a regular habit. Don't make that the majority of the time. Make it the minority of the time. Have that donut, not those donuts. And listen, I hope that helps. And this is some of the things that I help people navigate. My busy moms and dads who maybe were able to do that when they were in their 20s, when maybe they were starting their family and it was okay. You go out for donuts with the kids. You have, the donuts with dads at school. We used to have that out of school right down the street here. And maybe when your kids were in first and second grade, and maybe you were 10, 15, maybe 20 years younger, now they're out of high school or they're graduating high school, getting into college. Mine are still in high school. I have two of them. And here's the deal. 10 to 15 years, our bodies go through changes. If you don't do anything about it, especially, your body is going to make some significant changes that are going to make it a lot harder for those donuts. So that's why it's okay to have that donut, but be careful when it comes to eating those donuts. And that's the deal. When people come into my coaching program, my Lean Body Breakthrough coaching program, I help navigate through that. I clear the mess, the airway. There's too much garbage that's out there. People think they need to count macros. They think they need calories. They think they need crazy workouts in the gyms. They think that they can burn off the 6 donuts by going to the gym one time and having a killer hit workout. That's not the case. So if you have any interest, what you can do is hit me up, click the link below. You can reach out to me if you're interested, if you're struggling, if you want to know what it's like to enjoy a donut with your kid on a weekend and still be able to lose weight and get that weight off and keep it off. That's the deal. Who wants to continue on in a mode of weight loss? Who wants to continue doing dieting? Think about this. There's so many people that come in and think, Mark, I've tried all the diets. I've done this, I've done that. I've gone up and down. I've tried the gyms. I've tried the personal trainers. And I'm in my later 40s now, and I'm just sick and tired of it all. I don't want to count calories. I don't want to do Weight Watchers. I don't know all this keto stuff. I see people lose the weight, and then I see people put it back on. They do really awesome, and I hear all about it, and then like 6 months later, they're off track and right back where they were. It's not sustainable. It's not flexible. And that's the difference between what I do, what I offer my clients, and what the majority of coaches and trainers and people that are out there in this online space, if you will, offer. It isn't a solution. It's just a temporary quick fix, like there's so many of them. So if you want to know what the solution is, go ahead, hit the link, click me. You can reach out, send me a message if you want. I've been doing this for 25 years. I plan on, God willing, if I don't have too many, then if I have those donuts and I'm going to take one more bite, I know you're like, Mark, you're eating a donut. I'm eating a donut. I'm a human. Chocolate is my jam. Chocolate frosted donut. It brings me back memories with my dad. It was awesome. But I'm not going to have 2 donuts, and I'm not going to do it on a regular basis. I'm not going to wash it down with a giant hot chocolate, because then I'd be bouncing off the walls and I would crash, and I would feel terrible about that. So anyway, I hope this helped. Take care. Have a blessed Saturday. Get in the car, grab your kid, go to Dunkin' Donuts, have that donut. Take care and God bless.